Memphis is the sound and the soul of a rich history and deeply rooted legacy. Our students marched for freedom and stood tall to ensure all had a chance to achieve greatness. At LeMoyne-Owen College, we take students' magic, add education, and together we make the perfect recipe for success. Join LeMoyne-Owen College for its annual 807 Giving Day telethon on August 7th and 8th. For 807 details and to donate, visit givetoloc.com.
Well, I am sitting here, of course, with it's Ena Sigee-Cole, and I said that very formally, like I don't know you personally.
Right. And look, AKA Ena Esco from iHeartMedia, formerly of iHeartMedia, radio personality. And you know what, Tanya? Every time we see each other, you know, we're always talking about our days at LeMoyne-Owen College.
Right.
Because we were back here in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
What is your most memorable moment?
Ooh, it's so many. So many of the fun parts of navigating the neighborhood. You know, the neighborhood has definitely transitioned and become a way better place. You know, over the course of the years, to meeting different people and seeing where they are now.
Yes.
That's the great part about it. Knowing the young faces and all of us just being what they call bright-eyed and bushy-tailed here on campus, and seeing so many of us hold these esteemed positions. You starting this multimedia company and just being, you know, the podcasting, you know, the radio host, all these kind of things, you know, and just really growing into the things that we all talked about being while we were here at LeMoyne.
Exactly. And, you know, I think about you as well. I remember you being in the choir, very active on campus. And now you running Slim House. You're having these big festivals in the city. And it's like we've come so far. And it all started right here at LeMoyne-Owen College.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the people that we attended school with that's doing some big things.
Yes. You know, and we were putting our whole list together. Yes. You know, so many folks that are doing stuff. You know, Mikhail Lowry.
Lowry. Shout out to Mikhail.
Yes.
And remember back in the day, Kappa Alpha Psi.
Yes.
Student government.
Yes.
And look at them now.
Right. Exactly.
Commissioner Lowry.
Was it Big Money?
Big money, they of you. Of course. Yes.
Yes. And then, of course, Earl Fisher. Doing his thing on the activism scene, and the religious scene, you know, with the Blackest Church,
Church in Memphis. He is a pastor at Abyssinian Church, and I've visited his church numerous times. He actually texted me on Saturday and said, "Sister Cole, am I going to see you in church tomorrow?" I said, "I'm gonna try to be there."
I got the same text, and I was supposed to go sing, you know, for it, but I was out of town, unfortunately. But I would have been there otherwise.
Yes, and when I think about Earl, I remember back then he was so opinionated about so many things. You know, he was active in Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, and he really, you know, transformed, you know, into religion, spirituality, activism, which is so needed here in Memphis and deeply rooted right here at LeMoyne-Owen College.
Yes.
So it's amazing.
Yeah, and just speaking of, I guess, religion, also another person, a singer as well, Sharonda Walker Mitchell.
Okay.
Who I literally was just on a retreat with her. She's doing an amazing job with the youth, with her nonprofit, Perfected Gifts, and just doing an amazing job with, you know, young people. And it's so many people. Entrepreneur Andrea Johnson.
My soror. Oh, she doing big things.
Has been keeping us well hydrated and you know, non-ashy for some years now.
Keep us smelling good.
Indeed. It just, again, it's like we were trying to figure out the list, but now that we're naming it, it's just kind of flowing. Who else? Jared Stevens, who is now the athletic director at Southwest Tennessee Community College, as well as a men's basketball coach.
Yes, and I actually ran into Jared recently, and he is so excited to be back in Memphis.
Yeah.
And with this new position he has, and you know, we sat and talked about our days at LeMoyne. Every time we get together, alumni get together, we go back to our memories, the great times we had, and talk about how we can still participate and give back to LeMoyne.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes. So let's talk about you for a minute, Tanya. Tell the good people all the great things that you're doing in the city of Memphis and beyond.
Well, of course, the being in LeMoyne really helped me focus on this neighborhood and develop a love for this, this community, the Soulsville, USA neighborhood. And of course, I do my work as the executive director of Memphis Slim Collaboratory, aka Slim House. That's right around the corner. Also, the founder and creator of the Soulsville USA Festival that takes place in the fall. The Soulin' on the River concert series that puts a little bit of Soulsville into downtown and really, again, just kind of stamps our positioning as the global soul capital of the world, and making sure that the city recognizes this neighborhood for the contribution that we've made. In addition to that, I have a show called Welcome to Neo Soulville on WIXR on Fridays, which we both have shows on the same radio station, which is so cool.
Yes.
And just like I said, and I'll still sing it and, writing music and performing and just doing everything that I love, and just talking about music, culture, and Blackness in this city.
Okay, because Memphis is majority African American.
Indeed.
Hello, and I like to say that LeMoyne-Owen College is our HBCU, and we got to put it on a pedestal and always promote it and protect it.
Indeed.
Yes.
And so you let me run my list. I want to get you to run your list because, like I said, with Ivy Multimedia, Verbally Effective Podcast, just all the things that you have going on. Ena, go ahead and run that list and tell us about it.
Well, look, let me take it back to when I was at LeMoyne. I always knew I wanted to be in media. I actually thought I was going to be on your television as an anchor, but God had other plans. I was a business major here at LeMoyne, and they told me that if I wanted to do media and broadcasting, I would have to go to a different HBCU. And I said, no, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to keep my scholarship. So I took a business. But during my junior year, I ran into a DJ. I said, hey, how can I get on the radio? And it was Devin Steele. And he was like, if you're serious, come up to the radio station. That was my beginning in radio in 1999.
Yes, Ena Esco.
Yes, Ena Esco, the double E. So started at Hot 107, which is Flim Broadcasting, and matriculated over to Clear Channel, which then turned into iHeartMedia.
Right.
And now I'm over there at WYXR with you with an R&B show on Sundays from 5 to 7. And in 2018, I created the Verbally Effective Podcast.
Yes.
Because I wanted to interview these amazing people in the city of Memphis in the areas of art, culture, politics, and entertainment with that's in Memphis, right? So started the podcast, and the podcast has just been growing astronomically. And I started a multimedia company because I said, hey, if I could do this podcasting thing, I want to help other people podcast as well and curate different events surrounding media. So that's what I've been doing. And I actually started working with the kids here at LeMoyne that are interested in podcasting with a masterclass.
Yes.
So our next masterclass will be August 31st at my new sponsor, We Are Memphis. So that's what I've been doing.
Yes. One thing you left out too, you with podcasting, like I said, you've been trendsetting and just really blazing the trail here in Memphis with that. And it took you all the way to Austin, Texas.
Yes. Well, to be honest with you, we pitched South by Southwest. Remember that year? It was canceled. It was canceled.
That was the year I was supposed to speak.
Yes, I remember because I saw you were in line to go, but COVID hit, and like I said, God had other plans. But we pitched the podcast to their podcast platform, and they chose Verbally Effective to come to Austin. We had our ticket ready, and the day before we were supposed to get on our flight, boom, COVID. We got to be in the house. But hey, that's not stopping anything.
Right, because your talent got you there. And the pandemic took everything away. So the talent got you there for sure.
Lord, that pandemic been a gift and a curse, but you know what? It has been nurturing our skills, I think, because we kind of been inside focusing on what we got to do to get better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess fast forward, what are some of the things that you're working on now?
Well, now, like I said, I'm working with the students here at LeMoyne. I kind of got the PR bug a little bit because I fostered all of these relationships with people in the city of Memphis by just them coming on the podcast, telling their stories, wondering what else can we do with this story. So kind of got the PR bug, but I'm going to leave that on the side for now. But definitely reaching out to people that I can partner with and sponsor with that cultivate Memphis, that uplift Memphis, that aligns with the Ivy Multimedia platform. So
indeed,
yes, just interviewing these folks in Memphis, girl.
Because you've been bringing light to so many different untold stories, you know, and just really highlighting a lot of the unsung heroes,
definitely,
and the people who have been complacent to being in the background but deserve the spotlight in a sense. And so you've been able to really shine a focus on that.
Yes,
so,
and you know what? That's why I started it, because in radio, I would tell my program director, "Hey, we have all these amazing people in the city. Can I bring them on to do an interview?" And it was always, no, it doesn't align with programming. I'm like, wait a minute, let me do this podcast thing,
right?
And so we've been telling the stories that way.
Yes.
So what you got coming up, Tanya?
Well, like I said, the Soulsville USA Festival is coming up. We just wrapped up a wonderful season of Soulin' on the River. We're building an amphitheater behind the Slim House. That'll, so looking forward to that. And just the build out and more development. Again, just kind of playing the part, and really kind of parroting what LeMoyne has shown us as far as the true vision of how to command the neighborhood and to really take those steps into the future and do what's necessary. And like I said, they've inspired us both to really just contribute to the city and to the community and to just to our people as much as possible. And we had a shining example in LeMoyne-Owen.
At LeMoyne-Owen. And you know what, there's so much more work to do. And one thing that I encourage is all of the alumni at LeMoyne. Like, you hung out with me and Tanya at LeMoyne back in the day. Even if you didn't, if you attended LeMoyne-Owen, LeMoyne needs your help to move the culture forward here. Indeed. So anything you could do, if you can donate, like Madam President said, spend your time.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know how you'll impact.
Because you may not have money,
yes,
but your presence, your attention, your focus, even your advocacy, just telling people about LeMoyne and just being a proud alumni and talking about sharing the stories, like how we just said and did, and sharing the stories of how LeMoyne made us great. Even those things, any small thing is actually a huge contribution to the school, because you never know, some young person may hear that story and decide, I'm gonna grow up and go to LOC.
Definitely. Yeah. Look, I'm trying to talk to my 17-year-old now about coming to LeMoyne-Owen. He's thinking about it.
Come on, we get this legacy. This legacy happening.
Legacy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So how can we give to LeMoyne, Tanya?
So of course, there's so many different ways that you can give. You can text to give. You can text MAGIC, MAGIC, to 345-345, or you can call to give at 901-435-1539. Or you can visit givetoLOC.com. So 3 different options, all the ways to contribute,
and
all of them great.
Increments. 807 increments, yes.
Yes. And so, of course, 807 Giving Day is, of course, 807 Walker Avenue.
807. I wrote that address so many times during my 4 years here.
Right. So, and it's such an important address to us, to, everyone that is, ever touched down here at the school and to this city. It's such an amazing asset.
Yes, this is, a gem in the city of Memphis. And you know what I found by talking to the 220 people that I've talked to on the podcast? A lot of them want to do work with LeMoyne-Owen College. They want to partner, and they're curious about LeMoyne-Owen. So I hope that I can bridge the gap somewhat with some of my former guests with LeMoyne-Owen College. So we can see how it's reimagined.
Yeah, because we're sitting in, in the middle of a chocolate city. Primarily African American. This is the only HBCU in the city, the area, within a certain proximity.
And you know what? It's so much awareness with HBCUs, especially with what's going on at JSU and TSU with the coaching staff. But it just seemed like it just catapulted.
Yeah, you're seeing major brands pay homage to the people, just so many brands that are now having HBCU lines and all these different things
that wasn't going on when we were in school. I don't remember all those brands trying to partner, but it's going on now.
And so it's, again, because HBCU is the thing to do. I think, who was it? Maybe Beyonce, maybe he'll usher in that,
she did.
Bringing it to the forefront of corporate America. Yes. But it's definitely, again, HBCUs have produced the greatness.
The greatness.
Just so many people have come across, not just from LeMoyne, but just across, and if we look at the local landscape of how many people have come from LeMoyne and just the people that make a difference in our communities and know that they have roots right here in this school.
Right here at LOC. And you know what? I'm so proud of you, Tanya, because you like right around the corner with Slim Collaboratory. I mean, you kept it right here in South Memphis.
Yeah.
You're not playing.
It's a thing. I always wanted to study soul music. That's the thing that I've always been about. And, what better place to study and learn more about soul music than this neighborhood and to land right here at LeMoyne and be placed in just what I consider the epicenter of it all. It was pretty serendipitous, to be where I am now and knowing that my roots all started here just because I, showed up here at LeMoyne.
Amen. Amen. We love our LOC. Every time we run into an alum, I love my LOC, Purple Hearts and everything.
Yes. So, of course, alumni, we challenge you. If you have that same love for this school that we do, definitely make sure to donate. Donate your money, donate your time, donate your consideration. Just donate and give back a fraction of what this school has given us.
Please do. I run into you guys all the time.
Yes.
And you're always asking me what's going on at LOC. So we're telling you what's going on at LOC. And we hope that you can donate.
Indeed. Well, thank you for sitting with me this evening. It's been amazing to catch up with you
whenever we can.
Yes. So thank you.
Thank you.